It just what happened this week or last week. And everyone from high school to college kids are either going to or coming from their own spring break party. So I am here as your guide to remembrances of spring break pasts. And let me tell you, it's a good ride. So, you know what to do. Sit back, relax, get that popcorn, and get ready for the spring break Requiem here. This is Jason, and this is the HiFi Podcast. And welcome back. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you sit back, close your eyes, expand your mind. All right. I'm gonna tell you the story, the spring break story that is, and it starts in the morning. You wake up realizing that this is the first day of new opportunities, new possibilities, new friends to make, new times to have. You don't have to deal with all the stress, all the being cussed out from people that think you're less than. You're just going out, you're going to have some fun. You're just going to open your heart and your mind and some other things, who knows. And you need packing music, right? You're packing your stuff, you get ready, your friends get ready to go to pick you up, or you're going to go pick your friends up. And the perfect, there you go. Perfect. I was so good on that one. The perfect start to that pickup drive, that pickup time, is from a band that is groovy and cool. I want to introduce you guys once again to Luxury Maine, the guys that gave me a HiFi Christmas card a couple years back. So I guess it's my time to go ahead and return the favor, right? So this is from the Isn't It Great or Isn't This Great CD, which you won't be able to see on Spotify, but if you see it on other places, you'll realize that they basically messed up one of my favorite childhood memories ever. So you're going to have to look that up to see what I'm talking about. So anyhow, this is from Isn't It Great or Isn't This Great? Let's try that again. And it's B Deluxe, K Lux, and A Lux. And we're going to pour a little bit out for J Lux. And they're going to give you a song called Feeling Nothing here on the HiFi Podcast.
Found a partner like no other. It kept you hanging around. Now you don't understand it. Feeling
And that was Luxury Maine from the record Isn't This Great? That is Feeling Nothing. Now, before I let you go, they have a new CD called Domestic Bliss, and they have new stuff on the way. You should really check them out. Now, you have your bags packed. Everything is good. Everything is fine. You have the mail stopped. You have your cable turned off. You have everything locked, loaded, ready, and like a smart house. You know, one thing about a smart house, though, just personally speaking, I still have nightmares from Terminator 2 and Skynet, so I'll just make sure that I'll have somebody like watch the house. I'd rather have that. I'm just saying. But anyhow, that's just me. Anyhow, you go and you need driving music. The driving's going. The driving's good. You need something a little more funky, a little grungy on your way. Taste the dirt and the air and the sea and the Gulf for wherever you're going. And you need a song like this. A song from my mates, Sonic Graffiti. This one goes out to Chris. He's the bassist of Sonic Graffiti. I finally got you on this sucker. I love you. You are one of the coolest bassists and one of the coolest people around. I am so proud to add you to the Hi-Fi menu. Now, enough love. Let's get to the funk. And that is called Ghosts of Betrayal from their fourth CD, Bad Twin. Check it out. Something like that, something that funky, makes you want to sit back and it makes me want to talk like Wolfman Jack. Ask your parents or your grandparents who Wolfman Jack is. He was cool. He was a cool guy. He was a cool DJ. Anyhow, that was Sonic Graffiti. That was Ghost of Betrayal. And wait, what? But that wasn't funky enough. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. My bad. I tell you what. You go ahead. You pull into the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, wherever you are headed, beach house, and I'll take your bags. Okay. I'll take your bags. I will take them to the room. Okay. I'm a loser. I'm the guy with the short straw. You go out there and you mingle. And you start to see people of every shape and size and color and nationality all being in one place. And you can smell the grill from wherever you're at. And everybody's just dancing. Everybody's just doing that pre-party thing, you know. And then you look out and you see Vox or Eliana Blanchard as the newbies call her. And you know you're in the right spot because you're with the TRC, the real Clash. And along with Vox, you got Shadcore, Acolyte, Isaac, Jordan, and Jeff. And this is one of the funkiest. In fact, it's so funky, it has funk in the title, called Blood Type Funk Positive. This is the TRC on the Hi-Fi Podcast.
I got soul and I'm so fly, so hold your nose when I walk by, 'cause I am okay, yeah.
Born into a rhythm nation, a rebel soul with doctors rock beats by Dre instead of metal stethoscopes. All up in the culture when nobody's a pacifist. All I know is get up, stand up, long metal afro picks. Yeah, you gotta be ready quick. They can't hold us down even with that brand new heaviness. And I keep it steady with elements of bass lines, a robust kick and a snare, and some FaceTime. While you're on Earth, I'm on mothership. Mach 4, Ascension playing with a Java, Eliana Shakur. Yeah, the opposite of groove killer. You can call me the 2014 Godzilla.
When the doctor put the needle in my arm, he said, be calm, no need to be alone. Well, right now all I see is the funk, the funk, the funk, the funk, that funk. One time hit me, two times hit me, even in the nighttime you can shine with me. You know the diagnosis, but type funk
I put the
positive.
fun and funky. I feel the good vibes coming on me. My energy has a tendency to make my enemies wanna become my homies. But break it down for a second. Let me hear the drummer only. Live instruments all up in your face, Jack. Collard green soul, come get you a bowl ASAP. Kinda funky, yet you still wanna taste that. Shirt and tie, gray slacks. Taylor bring the big spat. Corporate or casual, synthetic or natural. All that matters is your attitude. And we've all got one like Eazy-E and Ice Cube. Black, but I blend in easily with white dudes. No certain way you need to be for me to like you. Long as you keep it funky, just keep it funky. Stairway to heaven, take it step by step. Peace, y'all, keep it G like the treble clef. Yeah.
When the doctor put the needle in my arm, he said, be calm, no need to be alone. But right now all I see is the funk, the funk, the funk, the funk, that funk. One time hit me, two times hit me, even in the nighttime you can shine with me. You know the diagnosis, but type funk positive.
And I never knew a love like this. Now you know what my blood type is. All up in my veins and my arteries and flows. It's hard to be opposed with these audio pros.
And this is how it goes. On the microphone, got you in the zone. Audio clones, it's just like Method Man, we bring the pain. Skills that cascade on your nerves just like rain.
Until the end of time we will remain etched in your brain like a permanent stain. It is not funky at all unless it sings. So if you tell me that I smell, I'll say thanks.
Well, I guess that overread didn't work after all. Because
I got soul and I'm so fly, so hold your nose when I walk by, 'cause I am okay, yeah.
I think from time to time, what we should all do is kind of, look ourselves in the mirror and ask, am I leaving an impact on someone's life right now? Or am I merely existing? At the end of the day, man, I want to be able to say that, I left an imprint. I made a positive impression on someone's life. And I really believe I'm able to do that through music.
And that was Blood Type Funk Positive from the TRC here on the Hi-Fi Podcast. Now that I got y'all loosened and oiled up, full in the belly, full in the minds, I gotta do a little pit stop because you know what time it is. If you like this episode or any of the episodes that I've done so far, please, you can like us, comment. It helps definitely. You can do that because we are on Stitcher. We are on SoundCloud. We are also on iTunes. So when you download on whatever platform that you use, give us a like, give us a comment. Let us know that we're doing good, or if there's some things you might want to add or take away, make this your podcast, okay? This is the Hi-Fi Podcast, Florida's Music Podcast. You are part of this podcast, okay? This doesn't happen without you. You can also catch us on one of our 2 Facebook groups at Hi-Fi Florida. You can find us at Hi-Fi Florida, Hi-Fi Florida. At Stitcher. Also, we are on Twitter, and we are also on Instagram, where you can see some of our pictures of all the shows that we've done, places that we've seen, bands that rock the house, and maybe you'll see your favorite band on there. And if not, let us know. Hi-Fi-Florida at gmail.com. Boom. Nice and simple. So back to where we were. So I went ahead and I let Shadrock from the TRC give us some nice intelligence at the end of Funk Positive. Now, all of a sudden, you find a man that usually you wouldn't really notice till about half past beer 30. He's up on top of that pool, and he's going to do that famous belly flop that he always tells you about, but has never proven, which means no good is coming from the next 30 seconds. That man I'm describing could well be Dave Reeder. He is the lead singer from Car Bomb Driver, and they're going to be playing at the VFW. Let me take it back. Oh, yes. No, they are at the Shack. Aha. See, I got the wrong thing. This is what happens when you're almost live. They're going to be playing with Pigpen at the Shack. It's Shack on Grand. That's going to be 7751 Grand Boulevard in NPR or Newport Richie, for those uninitiated. Enough about that. Time for Dave and Car Bomb Driver with a song that totally fits the spring break motif. And this song also goes out to Gary Durst. When every time I play it, I think of him. So, cheers to you, Gary. This song is called Beer Drinker.
I'm a beer drinker, baby, yeah! I'm a beer drinker, baby, yeah! I drink beer all night long. Listen to my drinking song. I'm a beer drinker, baby, yeah! I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer, it tastes so good. It's better than sex, drugs, or food. Pilsner, ale, stout, or lager. Drink it, draft, can, or bottle. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer all night long. I drink beer all the time. Pabst, River, or Heineken. I don't wanna hear no shit that I am an alcoholic. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer all night long. Drink it, baby, yeah. I drink beer all night long. Listen to my drinking song. beer drinker, baby, yeah. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer all night long. I drink beer. I drink beer. I drink beer all night.
And that was Beer Drinker from Car Bomb Driver here on the Hi-Fi Podcast. Now, you might think the next song that I'm about to play is totally off the whole spring break vibe. But let me tell you something. There was a time, and here I go getting ready to show my age, that there was a moment where through all this, after Beer Drinker, after, you know, the anarchy that is ensuing, that you look up and you find that person. And when it happens, at least in 80s movies, a song like this would be playing. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Paul Holmes. He is the brainchild for this band I'm going to play called the Whinnies. He's from Jacksonville. And I want to commend him for writing a song that uses your heart and your throat and your belly. Because when you hear a song like this, you catch that person's eye. You think that something's happening. In fact, the song is called Reaction by the Whinnies from their album that came out in January. So check it out if you like this music, because I really do. And it's cool to have this kind of feeling. Now, believe me, later on in the story, we're going to go from, you know, the heart and the head and the little belly to lower chakra areas. But there's always that first start thing, you know, and so this is it. This song should be on this, and it's a perfect thing, and it reminds me of that moment, that new relationship energy that's about to happen. So, enough about that. I'm getting off my soapbox. Cheers to you, Paul Holmes. This is the Whinnies. Song is called Reaction. Check it out on the Hi-Fi Podcast.
Hey love, can I get a reaction? Guess what? I can give you one too. Tell me, do you feel the attraction? Tell me, is it getting on through? Ooh. Hey love, can I get a reaction? Ooh. So then I can give you one too. Even if we never be, can
That was the Whinnies with the song Reaction here on the Hi-Fi podcast. Now, I know, but underneath this dark, lava-encrusted Dr. Frankenfurter heart, I am a hopeless romantic. I can't help it. Okay? I can't. It's who I is. So, and yes, I did that on purpose. Anyhow, that's that. And speaking of the Whinnies, you can find the Whinnies. You can find all of the artists that you hear either on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, YouTube, and now, really, guys, anybody who has not put their music on Spotify are really, really missing out, because I just started the Hi-Fi podcast playlist on Spotify. I just started it today, so you could always go and look up under Hi-Fi Florida's Music Podcast and listen to a couple of songs that I played on the last episode, as well as this one and future podcasts. You'll be able to see the playlists once I play them, and then you probably won't have to listen to me. You'll just listen to good music. But you come back for the personality. You come back for your Uncle Jay, right? I know. So, bands, please go to Spotify. Get yourself out there. It's just another way of getting some revenue. You know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, enough of that. Enough of the shilling. So, you know, you found the person they kind of feel the same reaction to. You're getting kind of close, you know, just getting beer 45, and everything's getting really, really loose. And yeah, you feel the new romantic energy in your heart. But as soon as you hear Mr. Pedro, el Poeta, it starts to go a little bit lower with the feelings. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put the sir, my man, Pedro, el Poeta, here from his Bigger Than This CD. This is what it means in English. If they love me, heaven help me, here we go. In Spanish, it's called Si Me Quieren. So, I hope I did it right. I know I'll be getting feedback if I don't. Check it out. Pedro, el Poeta, on the Hi-Fi podcast.
Para todos los que no han tenido la oportunidad de bailar, ahorita sería un buen momento para buscarse una pareja. O para agarrar el ánimo de bailar solito o solita. Poeta. Vámonos pues. It's probably the point where you want to get up and start dancing. Time to shake your ass. Quieren ver mi éxito, love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren, de la vida a mí o que le pertenezca a ustedes. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito, love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren, de la vida a mí o que le pertenezca a ustedes. Just let me reach for heaven, just for at least a second. Just let me hold her for a minute till I learn my lesson. I gotta taste her essence, let her just get me wasted. You never know how short a moment is until you waste it. You gotta face it, accept it cuando se ofrece. Basically, when you feel it's when you embrace it. I feel like I've entered a spaceship, and I can only go in one direction like straight chicks. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren, de la vida a mí o que le pertenezca a ustedes. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren, de la vida a mí o que le pertenezca a ustedes. Alcen sus copas, que esta bomba está que explota. Bota tu bota, nota por nota te toca, como un toque de mota. Menos la rata música, a la grande música, a la carte music, all of man's strengths and none of God's weaknesses. I'll give you this album out for free so you can leak these hits. Hit the streets, rip the sheets, see what kind of freak this is. Call me Cinderella man and ask me if the sneaker fits. Backstage at a show, I'm sneaking in at least a fifth. Pre-game every time, 3 Mickeys, couple slips. Get it? Es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren. De la vida a pío que le pertenezca a ustedes. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren. De la vida a pío que le pertenezca a ustedes. Walk up on the mic, rockin' resting on my fingertips. Always keep the safety on, but love it when my fingers slip. And fire it up, light it up. Tell me when the feeling hits. Dime si te gusta así, si no es eso, dime qué es. Estoy aquí para complacer y es un placer tener la oportunidad de hacer lo que yo un día soñé. Este es mi arte, mi manera de salir adelante. Agárrame la mano y prometo que voy a llevarte. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren. De la vida a pío que le pertenezca a ustedes. Si me quieren, es porque quieren ver mi éxito. Love me then, bless me so I never make an exit. Si me quieren, dígame que prefieren. De la vida a pío que le pertenezca a ustedes.
And I'm not going to attempt it, but that was Pedro el Poeta from his Bigger Than This CD. I swear, man, 4 years of Spanish and 6 years of living in Miami, and I can't remember one Spanish phrase. Boicura? See, I'm not, forget it. No, forget it. No, never mind. Coming up next, and this week we're not doing a concert listing. Thank you to everyone who has sent in. Everybody's playing this weekend. Go to the Facebook page that we have. It'll have all the shows and bands that you can play. The bands that are on tonight's episode, of course, if they're playing, I'll let you guys know. But there are just so many people playing this weekend. So many benefits. The Coven, check them out. They have a thing that you should show up if you're in the area. Reality Asylum is going to do a benefit for climate change. Check them out. See, our people, the people that I have that grace me with their music, with their talent, they have so many other loves and so many other projects and so many other causes. You have to check each and every one of these bands out. Even if it's just from here, from the HiFi podcast, or you have the Spotify playlist, or you could find them on all the platforms I said before. Find your bands that you like in your neck of the woods. Go see their shows and support them, because they're the blood, they're the fuel of the scene, and I'm proud of them. So speaking on that, check out all the concert listings that you can find on the Facebook page. Now, one of the guys that has been on this podcast a lot the past couple of months is Gainesville via Alabama's own Azazus. And he is going to be in Tampa for the first time. He's going to be performing at the Blue Note on Friday. Doors open at 7 o'clock. He will be on at 9. But just to let you know, the Blue Note is near Ybor City, in between Ybor City and downtown, for everybody that is in the Tampa St. Pete area. And besides Azazus, we're going to have Marley the Messenger, who's throwing the whole shindig together, and Dorian James, and it's $5 free. Ladies, they're free for you. Say what I'm saying. So $5 for the loser guys. Ladies, are free. Now, where was I? Hold on. Dave Reader. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pedro de Poeta was playing, and it was starting to get a little heated. So it's time to, slow it down a little bit. And I'm using my friend's music, Azazus, as my new music. Or, I'm sorry, the nondescript person's music. This is from his CD. And actually, he doesn't do CDs. He does singles, which really kicks butt. But I'll ask him all about that when I see him on Friday. Look, everybody has to, talk a little bit, have to bring their mind focused. You don't want any premature moments. So I talked a little bit longer than usual, okay? This is Azazus. Song is called Use You Up, here on the Hi-Fi Podcast.
Hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you.
Intoxicated with those lips. Please take me on the trip. Everything up in slow motion. You the purple drink that I sip. Yeah, you the one that I lean on, but I can't even get up right now. You turn me into a fiend. Oh, hella way to fall in love right now. What to do when you my intervention, but my inhibition saying let it go. You burn me down with your blow it, girl. Fact of fire holes, we gon' let it smoke. If you burn it down, then it's so to know. But if I use you up, I may
hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Baby,
break it down, roll it up, then you gon' throw it back. Play the sound, poet open, we gon' blow a sack. Yeah, break it down, roll it up, then you gon' throw it back. You gon' throw it back. You damn that ass is fat. All I need is your confirmation. Eyes shining like a constellation when I line you up. Tongue on your skin, trying to guess your flavor. Every lick I'm taking. Baby, I don't do no drugs. We ain't tryna break no laws. But girl, put it on my tongue and watch it.
Hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Baby,
baby, I don't do this stuff, but I may use you up. Just spill you on my shirt. Squid, I don't use no cup. Light it up and I'ma ash it out. When you throw it back, ain't no backing out. Baby girl, I choose you. Gotta catch it all, yeah, ash it out. Goddamn, your love a drug. Sometimes it's not enough. Fact, I just use you up, so I might leave this club. Your love a drug. Sometimes it's not enough.
hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Hopefully you don't say no, flirting with you badly. Baby, from my ad, what are you my habit? Baby, I don't do no trust, but I just may use you. Baby,
And that was Azazus with Use You Up here on the Hi-Fi Podcast. I almost need a cigarette. Yeah, that's good stuff. So, you know, well, that could be your night so far. You know, maybe it didn't happen for you, you know? So maybe you and the crew, either head out, or with this next song, maybe it got real good and the next song will be playing. But anyhow, it could work either way, really. But for the ones that maybe, missed out that night or just wants to hang out and just go out to a club a little more Ace of Diamonds is kind of, you know what I'm saying? So you and the people want to go out, get a club going, and I'm talking to both men and women. And by the way, women, I've seen you in those clubs, and you're way too handsy. I'm just saying, my uncle, his name is Big Daddy Sweetmeat, and he usually does the Quiet Storm, and he says you guys are just way too handsy. So I'm just saying, just a little warning from your Uncle Jay. I'm just saying. But anyhow, enough of that. This is about fun. This is having a good time. And this song is definitely fitting that bill. From their 2016 CD, Reality Asylum. I probably should call them HiFi Hall of Famers because they've been on many episodes. This song is called Sleazy, and you know what to do. And that was Sleazy from Lauren, Ricky, and Seth. They are Reality Asylum. And before I let you go, they are going to be playing March 30th at the VFW. See, finally, the VFW shows up at 2599 Central Avenue in St. Pete. And they are doing a benefit along with Low Season and Human Error. As a climate change thing, go out there, show your support, give some love donations, get some swag. They'll be happy to help you out and let you know why we're cooking. So now it's morning again. Could be 24, 96 hours later. Maybe it's time for you to go. You look back and you think about all the destruction, nice, consensual destruction that you caused. And then you go on your merry way, and maybe you kind of talk every day, and then every couple of days, and every week, and maybe a couple times a month. But you'll always have that memory, the spring break Requiem. So when you go back to those haters and they're cursing you out and acting you as if you were less than, you hear the same dribble, you hear the same argument, and you can think back on those days. And I chose this next band to close out the show. A song of remembrance, a song of good times, a song to silence out the buzz and the white noise that comes into your life constantly. This is the band Flipturn, and the song is called August. They have this version. They also have the acoustic version, which is just as good. This is from the record Citronia, which just came out not too long ago. Time to relax, remember, recollect, and feel that spring break nostalgia. This is August on the Hi-Fi podcast.
Remember
And that was Flipturn with their song August. And that's it. That's spring break story. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It was fun. There really isn't much to say. Just listen to the songs. Find us on Stitcher, on YouTube, on Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're everywhere now. And you might be going a little bit more. Stay tuned. So, and I know I've been talking about doing it weekly. Every time I do it, then it ends up being 2 weeks. But hey, at least you've heard from me every 2 weeks since January. I call that a win-win. So hopefully we'll get everything together. We can start this doing weekly. I would love to do it weekly. Again, thank you for taking the time out. Thank you to all the bands that allow me to play them. Thank you to all the places that allow music to be played. And thank you. That's it. This was Jason, and this was the Hi-Fi Podcast.